Sexual harassment has eaten deep into Nigeria's university community. In a survey conducted by the World Bank Women Group, 70% of female graduates from Nigerian universities have been sexually harassed, and these numbers keep rising every year. The Ondo State government is determined to address these issues through a partnership with various organizations. Here, the state government, through the Office of the State Governor on Gender, entered into a partnership with the group Gender Mobile Initiative.
What this also means is that whatever is going
the Executive Director of Gender Mobile Initiative, Omoumi Ogorotimi, said campus safety policy has been adopted in universities across the country. Ogorotimi said the partnership will allow the state government to adopt its model to address sexual violence.
Sexual harassment is, on the rise, and it's really important that we rise to the occasion to address these issues. In the last 4 years, Gender Mobile has worked with institutions of higher learning essentially to address sexual harassment, adopting a tripartite approach of policy design, community-led bystander intervention, and also creative integration of technology.
Earlier, the special advisor to the state governor on gender, Olamide Falana, said the project was born out of the need to have active collaboration with civil society organizations.
Because we want the very best for our state, and I'm excited that this day has actually come for us to commence activities in furtherance of our state response towards ending gender-based violence in Ondo State.
It is an emergency plenary session to enable Nigeria escape the hammer of the international community. But before dealing with that, a motion on the increasing wave of insecurity came up. Abdullahi Salame from Sokoto State rises on a matter of urgent national importance. He laments the spate of wanton killings and abduction of citizens and wants communication between and among the terrorists cut off.
The ultimate aim of this motion is within 2 weeks, the insurgents, the criminals in the bush will become stranded. They will have no access to anything, no access to their informers, no access to the supplier of food, arms, and other things.
But his prayer that a task force be created to drive the cause did not sit well with many of his colleagues.
This country has a well-established institutions saddled with the responsibility to do all the duties to secure this country. But I would rather advise the sponsor that he should charge or first or meet with the other who are responsible to do the work, to charge them to do the work.
The House calls on Mr. President, as the Commander-in-Chief, to take every measure to save Nigerians from the present precarious security situation.
So the motion remains, but with a new amendment, which hopefully by implication covers his prayer by implication. It's not expressed, but covers his prayer. Those in favor of the motion as amended, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it.
It is now over 4 years since the death of Ochanya Banji, and justice can be said to have been partially served on the accused. Ochanya was said to have been sexually molested by her uncle, Andrew Ogbuja, and his son, Victor Ogbuja. Mr. Ogbuja was arrested and remanded by the Makurdi Magistrate Court, while Mrs. Ogbuja was apprehended by NAPTIP on charges of negligence and conspiracy. The son, on the other hand, still remains at large. Mr. Ogbuja, a senior lecturer at Benue State Polytechnic, was arraigned at Benue State High Court in Makurdi on 4 charges of rape and murder. The contention here is the judgment delivered by the Federal High Court in Makurdi and the State High Court in Makurdi. The Federal High Court in Makurdi convicted Mrs. Ogbuja for negligence of duty and also trying to frustrate the investigation of NAPTIP. She was sentenced to 5 months imprisonment. But the State High Court in Makurdi discharged and acquitted Mr. Ogbuja on the ground that the prosecution failed to prove its case beyond reasonable doubt.
Everyone connected in the commission, in perpetrating this crime is held to account. If we don't do that, last Thursday will continue to haunt us as a nation. It will continue to stand as a dark day in the campaign against sexual and gender-based violence in Nigeria. We must not allow that to happen.